In all my time playing Minecraft, I have noticed a few things that don't make sense. So here, I have laid out 23 things that don't make sense, or that you may not have heard of. So, let's go! Hello, this is GamerX67, and today I've set out a few things that don't make sense, or that you may not have heard of. 27 to be exact. So, let's go. Number 1. Waterfalling. We all know that if we fall from a great height into ground, we die. The same is true for 1 block of water. The same is also true for a half slab of water. Makes sense, I guess. This states that any amount of water should be able to save your life, right? Well, here we have a cauldron full of water. This cauldron holds more water than that slab, but watch what happens when I fall from a great height. That. But anything else will save me. And I won't even take any damage if I fall into this half slab of water. For example, this height should already be enough to give me a lot of damage, or even kill me. But that. Yet the cauldron still stands. Number 2, no blow damage. So, TNT in water still deals damage, but it doesn't affect any of the ground on it. I have a bunch of plants here, and still, they're not even affected. Number 3, land boat. I'm in a boat, inland, and I'm operating just fine. How does this make sense? The answer is, of course, it doesn't. Number 4, soft strength. A block of wool. Wool is a generally soft thing. And look at all the anvils it's holding. How strong is this? Number 5, walk-through sign. A sign is basically a board of wood, yet something I can do is walk straight through it as if it was nothing. I am walking through a board of wood. I don't think that's possible. Number 6, no bake cake. Okay, so in Minecraft you have to cook meat and food. Makes sense. But a cake, which definitely takes baking, you dump all of these into a crafting table. There's no baking required. All of these are ingredients for cake dough, not a general cake, which requires baking. How does that make sense? Number 7, lava bucket. Oh yeah. Give me 3 seconds. 3 seconds given. So, here, I can hold lava in a bucket. In Minecraft, I guess that makes sense. Watch what happens when I throw A, a bucket of lava, gone, and B, a regular bucket, which I can pick up with lava, which I can actually pick up. I can pick up lava with a regular bucket, which clearly states that the bucket is lava proof. But I drop all these buckets in, and they're not even here. Something's wrong there. Number 8. Saw. I am standing on top of a giant saw blade and not taking any damage. How is this possible? Number 9. Geometry madness. I don't know about you, but something is very suspicious about these 2 blocks. And these 2. I don't think observers are supposed to face that way. And how do you even place a block like this? To find out, wait until the end of the video. Yes, I just did that. Number 10. 1 ton strength. Here, all these 6 shulker boxes are holding 64 stacks, are holding a stack of iron in each slot. There are 37 slots. All of this is over 14,000 blocks of iron. A Minecraft character can hold this and more in their inventory. Number 11. No melt snowmen. These snowmen have been here for a ton of Minecraft days, and the snow they're on, or them, have not melted in the sun that is right above them. How even? Number 12. Brittle glass. I am jumping on top of these. Great height. Nothing. And they can break just like that. How does glass work? Number 13. Heat. Sand, meat, wood, and cacti all take the same amount of time to cook. I don't think that really makes sense, but I left all of these here for a few seconds, and the sand was done in the same amount of time as the wood. Those things don't take very long. Number 14. Brown mushroom. So it turns out when a mushroom is struck by lightning, it turns brown. And here, I'll do another quick setup with an actual red mushroom, because I could have just spawned these in, or like put in like some command block or something. So be right. Alright, so here I have a mushroom and a lightning rod. So now, all we have to do is hit in the weather, thunderstorm, and the games begin. Now all we have to do is sit back and watch the fireworks. This may take some time. And if you're wondering why 2 fences, that's why. Okay. And there goes my snowball. How long is this gonna take? I have a lightning rod right here. Should I put it higher? Plot twist, it actually hit the cow and I didn't even see it. That'd be funny. That should do the trick. With these, it only took a few seconds. Where is it even hitting? Come on. If it hits this one before it hits this one. I'm kind of tempted to pause the recording, but then the lightning strikes and then I'm not recording it. I know that there's lightning. I've heard it. I mean, what am I pressing? No. I'm just gonna type in thunderstorm again. Okay. I'm just gonna take out that one. Oh, now it decides to do it. And it didn't even work. So it has to be like this. Well, either ways. If you look around through here, in the mob eggs, mushroom is here, but brown mushroom isn't. Nowhere. What? Should I move on to the next? Yeah. Anyways. Number 15. Rusties or not. So, this is an interesting one because at first it did make sense, then it didn't. So, base metals, whenever oxygen enters them, they oxidize or rust. Iron didn't rust, and I guess that made sense, and then they added copper. Copper can oxidize, in other words, a fancy word for rust. But iron can't. How? Now, wheat. 16. Strong or not. Wheat can hold up all these anvils, not to mention it broke all the anvils. Add more than a stack of anvils on top of that. Now, watch what happens when I jump on top of it. How strong is this wheat? It can hold up and break all those anvils, but then it can't stand one tiny jump. It hasn't struck yet, has it? Number 17. Sheer speed. And I'm missing the bucket. Okay. That's not much of a problem. Anyways. Here what the important thing is. Axolotls? No. Axolotls are very slow in water. In land. Axolotls are fast in water. But on land, they're a bit sluggish, so to say. Weed. It just slides across the ground. How? I'm just gonna tie you to this fence post because I like axolotls. Done. Hasn't struck? It hasn't struck. Number 18. Eternal and walk through fire stick. This torch is still burning. And I think the weirdest part here is that it's raining. And it's still going. And it gets better. One second. Now, as for walkthrough, there is a burning torch inside of my legs. How? Now let's see if it struck. It struck. and it turned brown. That's new. Either way, bottom line, it turned brown. So that means it does work. Yes. Now we can have our good weather again. Oh, fun fact. Usually water makes things oxidize faster. Still fine. Why am I still holding all of these? I'm not even going to bother to put them in formation. The copper shouldn't even be in there, but okay. Gravity 101. Okay, so gravity. So sand falls and gravel falls. Both of these are very porous blocks. I cannot walk through them. Snow doesn't fall. I guess that kind of makes sense. Powdered snow also doesn't fall. Powdered snow can be held in a bucket just to show how porous it is, like these two. And I can travel through it. But it doesn't fall unlike these two. How? Number 20. Cheap Enchanting. So, here I have an enchantment book, obsidian, diamonds, book, and a ton of books. And lapis. I always forget the lapis. Okay. Looting. Whatever. Sure. Now I have an enchanted sword. Makes sense. Here I have a rock that spins. I put my enchanted sword on it. Put my enchanted sword on it. And I hear a scraping sound. That means that the enchantment is so entirely superficial that you can just scrape it off. It costs so much to get enchanted, and you can just scrape it off. How? 21. Hydration. So, in life, you have to drink water or else you die. In Minecraft, you can drink milk. You cannot drink water. Water is what hydrates you. That does not make sense. 22. Lifting strength. This drip leaf here can hold all these anvils. But watch what happens when I drop one very light piece of string. If I can drop it on top of it. Down it goes. This string must be lighter than all those anvils. Yet somehow, it can be held up. Number 23. Shadows. I think this one speaks for itself. Just look to the bottom of the sign. Minecraft is made of squares, but the shadows are entirely spherical. Polar bear. Made of squares. Sphere. Husk. Made of squares and pixels. Sphere. Spider. I've never seen so many squares in just one thing. And it's a circular shadow. And look no further than your own Minecraft character as well. Look at the shadow. It's a perfect circle. How? And that concludes our 23 things. But of course, I did say I was going to show how Geometry Madness worked. Much better. So, let's just get a bright block. I guess this will do. And now a textured block, such as a hay bale will do nicely. And so now let's construct a corner. I guess 4 blocks high will do. And now all one has to do is place 1, 2, 3, cover everything. No, wrong place. And something is going on there. And the best part is, no. Oh. You can do it facing any direction. And look at that. And you can do it with almost any block that has different textures on all the sides, like furnaces and such, as I did over there. Although it really gets entertaining whenever you use a block that looks like it has a face on it, the way I did with the observer. So, dispensers. No. A dispenser is very clearly a face block. And here is where it gets entertaining. Although I really like what happens with the observer whenever you add a face to it. If I can get in. Because it just looks like it's judging you off the corner of its eyes. So, yes. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!